During a big battle against Infinite Shadow, who is, as will become standard in this story, pretty much threatened / manipulated by Eggman, and O, who is brainwashed by Eggman, and the Legion of Metal Sonic clones. After Sonic goes Super, the Phantom Ruby naturally changes by itself, creating the entity called Phantom within it, which causes an alternative past timeline, aka Earth, and the original timeline, Mobius, to merge, with Earth taking priority at first, until Mobius eventually corrupts it fully as time goes on. Post-merge, Sonic is alone and moves in with the Classics, who are struggling to hold up, which, thanks to his affiliation with Sega, he helps them hold up better. Silver eventually finds Sonic and the Classics and moves in too. Shadow has a run-in with the Classics and Martin Hedgehog. Martin Sonic paints him in a bad light, but the Classics like him, which leads to Silver forgiving him too. Team Sonic eventually meets some deity called Bootleg Sonic while at a random supermarket. This is canonically how it happens. I don't know what to tell you. Classic Sonic notices that it's snowing, while Sonic's at a Sega meeting. Silver and the Classics have some fun with the snow, and when they go indoors again, the lights go out. They're bored for a long time until they invite Shadow. Afterwards, they watch some videos on their phone, but after trying to play a board game and failing, the deity called Bootleg Sonic shows up to save the day, turns the lights on, which just kind of happened back for a few hours, and the episode ends. A week and 6 days later came December 31st, aka New Year's Eve, and Classic Tales invites all of the recognizable Sonic characters, specifically Shadow the Hedgehog, Froggy. What about Big? Small and Big Chuck from Angry Birds. What? Movie Chuck from the Angry Birds movie. Why are there Blues from Angry Birds? Why are there two of them? Matilda. No, from Angry Birds? Master Yoda. Huh? Batman. Yellow and Grey Among Us crewmates. Lloyd Montgomery Garmadon. The Green Ninja? A spider from Minecraft. That's just an animal. A random no-name teddy bear. No comment. Endo the Enderman. At least he's a reoccurring character. Meow. A random leopard. Detective Pika. Dude, you're supposed to respond to these ridiculous characters. I can't take any more Tape Starter guy, please. My bad. Also, this random emoji guy. Are you kidding me? Why are there so many random characters? We had like 10 Sonic plushes back then. I know. After Sonic hears a knock on his door at exactly New Year's 2023, he's shocked to realize that it's his little bro Tails. He slowly lets him in and introduces him to the Classics, only to realize that Silver is missing. The Classics explain that he had to go back to the future for unexplained reasons. Sonic gets taken by Shadow due to Eggman's blackmail, and through Roboticization, Terminator the Hedgehog is born. Also, there's a prototype of Mecha Shadow which he calls Boom Shadow. I don't know why. After Terminator gets spoon-fed Eggman's full reviews, he asks Eggman what his next mission is, and Eggman chooses to wait until Infinite and Metal Sonic return to scheme their next plan. Eventually, Infinite and Metal return, Shadow escapes from Eggman's grasp, and Eggman cooks up his next scheme. While Classic Knuckles is busy guarding the Master Emerald, which he has devoted his whole life to, Infinite decides to make his move, so he creates a portal behind him and sends him to some sort of grass field. Knuckles makes his way to Station Square, and he sees the shaking Angel Island in the sky. Thanks to the island, he manages to find his way to the Angel Core, which lets Guardians teleport to Angel Island and back. He uses this to return home. However, Terminator the Hedgehog steals the Master Emerald, and the island starts slowly losing its backup power and sinking. Knuckles quickly uses an Angel Warp to make his way back home, and he alerts Sonic of the Master Emerald getting stolen. After escaping, Shadow allies himself with Team Classic and Modern Tails. While Modern Tails tries figuring out how to save Sonic, he gets mad at Shadow, who tries to apologize, but Tails is not having it. I mean, can you blame him? Tails tries attacking Shadow, and Shadow fights back. However, since Shadow is severely holding back since he doesn't want to hurt his friend, Tails beats him and kicks him out. Shadow now has to return to Eggman. While Tails is trying to figure everything out, the others try chewing him up by ordering pizza, only for the pizza delivery man to be Mario, who asks if he can move in with them since he believes that having familiar faces around could help boost morale during such a dire time. And Mario and Tails, who, despite still being barely a teenager, is the oldest one there, accepts his proposal and says that he finally has a plan to get Sonic back. The Classics sneak into Eggman's base and steal the Master Emerald. They run into Terminator and it should be a 3v1, however, Classic Tails shoots Sonic with the device Modern Tails has been cooking up, thanks to which Modern Sonic gets cured and he helps the Classics rescue the Master Emerald. After this insane adventure, half of which happens off screen, Sonic gets caught up with what he missed, and Endo shows up with a mythical artifact that contains the soul of an ancient demon that has been haunting the Classics Earth for years, until some sort of magician sealed him off in the container. Endo asks if they want to open it, and Mario objects, but Classic Sonic, being the reckless kid he is, says to open it. The entity emerges, and after consuming a few souls, he reveals himself as Sonic.EXE. Modern Sonic tries fighting back, but EXE corrupts the world, leaving only 3 people, those being Endo, Classic, and Modern Sonic, alive. Endo suggests finding the creature, and after a bit of searching, Modern finds him in the closet, inside which he finds the bodies of many EXE victims, friends and enemies alike. EXE attacks Modern, who somehow unlocks an unnamed form to defeat EXE, which restores everyone's souls. After Infinite helps wake every EXE victim up, Sonic explains what happened. Classic Sonic says that he and the other Classics are moving to Florida for some reason. This episode explores Infinite's inner turmoil, with the spirit Phantom manifesting inside his mind and influencing him heavily. Phantom begs for being released. Infinite manages to release Phantom despite knowing it's a horrible idea. Anything to get rid of the voices, I suppose. Infinite eventually ends up trapping Phantom once again after he decides that he's gotta be a real annoyance to the powerless Infinite, which in the end helps protect the Eggman Empire, which is honestly kinda sweet, can't lie. Phantom admits defeat, but says he'll torment Infinite eventually. At some point, Modern Knuckles ends up on Angel Island, and Silver returns from the future. Eggman, Metal Sonic, and Infinite practice their usual monologues in front of the mirror. While the latter two are practicing, Eggman goes to his office to fix up the Eggmobile. Due to Eggman's constant manipulation of Shadow, Shadow agrees to teleport Eggman to Sonic's home, and Infinite and Metal come after Eggman and Shadow. Mario, Tails, and Sonic beat those 3 up, and Shadow continues being Eggman's team transport and teleports them around. The Eggman shows up on Angel Island and tells Modern Knuckles he can visit freely, and after a bit of a conversation, despite Knuckles initially being suspicious of Eggman due to those two's history, he goes to Sonic's home thanks to Classic Knuckles protecting the Emerald. Sonic, Tails, Silver, Shadow, Endo, and Mario play Would You Rather. However, Endo's question, would you rather teleport with Enderman energy making you weak to water, or teleport with Chaos energy making you weak to Phantom energy, ended up needing a tiebreaker. Fortunately for them, Knuckles shows up to break the tie. He picked Chaos, by the way, if you're curious. And now you're all caught up. If you're watching this video by itself, click the playlist here. If you're watching it in the playlist, however, just let the next episode autoplay.